This particular bank is on the ground floor of a standard multi-story office complex buried in a downtown cluster. It stands as an ocean of air conditioning amidst the blazing hot state that's likely doomed in the years ahead as the climate shifts. Assuming one winter storm doesn't come along and knock its privatized power grid out for months, resulting in riots and anarchy. The waiting room of the bank has plenty of posh chairs, nice plants, and desks for financial advisors. Very mundane, very corporate. Thankfully, there's just enough movement of banking customers in and out to cover me as I scope the place and chat on my comms. And I even brought one of my mom's old bank robbery checklists. All sorts of great things I can do to prepare for the heist. Won't have time to scratch everything off the list, but that's okay. We'll prioritize choices for the task at hand. I pull out my mom's notepad, ready to go. What do we take care of first? Loretta Larceny's Guide to Bank Robbery. Study the area. Check local newspapers. Watch the guards. Search upstairs. Hack security cameras. Learn bank truck times. Okay. Local newspapers? So I think we have 4. So I think study the area. Hack security cameras, watch the guards, and then either search upstairs or learn bank truck times. I don't know if checking the local newspapers would necessarily be important unless we're like looking at the weather. Let's start with study the area. Loretta Larceny's Guide to Bank Robbery. Item 1. Study the surrounding area. Get a feel for everything that isn't the bank. Know what shops are nearby. If there's a ton of them, you may get a lot of foot traffic from businesses making deposits. Figure out the closest police station. That'll help you estimate the response time if things go badly. Finally, examine fire escapes and rooftop gaps, paths in and around the environment that can be used for entrances and exits. Fortunately, unlike in the olden times when my parents hit banks, I have access to a powerful tool known as a cat. Panda Bear to fancy feast. I need some local area knowledge. Mind going online and scouring the net for it? Penny, you have a Basil Maps app on your phone and could boot up. You don't need me to do hacker cat stuff. I want you to feel like you're part of this, just like my dad when he ran comms for us. Okay, I'll Basil that for you, I guess. Oh, Basiler. Wow, this is pretty miserable little city. Median income is tiny, primary exports are high school dropouts and methamphetamines. It's also very car-focused. You've got 3 different thoroughfares crisscrossing through the downtown area. Any good nests of fire escapes, alcoves, rooftops, access doors, things like that? Those could be fun. Yeah, there's a couple immediately around you. I'll send satellite images to your phone. But you aren't gonna need these, right? This is a sneaky mission. If you have to run from the law, something went wrong. I agree with Gibson. We should aim for being silent and sneaky when crafting the plan. Can't hurt to prepare in case everything goes sideways on us, just in case, right? Chaos can be our friend. Distract everyone, rob the place, make for a rooftop escape. My head voice is up to spur some chaos. We could work these escape routes right into the plan. Figure out a way to get all the eyes off the vault, smash in, and take what we need. Then bail in spectacular fashion. Yeah, because I think that's more fun. That's not a plan, that's a recipe for disaster! Exactly. Yeah, disaster, whatever. Anyway, I haven't settled on a plan yet. This is all just, like, speculation. So, got any good exits for me? I think the building to the west is your best rooftop option for an escape. Couple ways in, couple ways out, even some shade. Should keep any pursuers guessing, even if they're observing by air. And given it's hotter than heck down here, any shade is probably good. The AC in this motel stinks, by the way. With any luck, I'll be done with my casing today, and we can figure out how to grift our way into the vault tomorrow. We'll be back up north when the air is cool and crisp and filled with car exhaust in no time. I double-check the photos Gibson sends my way. Yep, good rooftops. Weird rooftops. Probably in violation of a few building codes. Absolutely perfect if I need a swift and confusing exit. That's all I've got. Buzz me if you need anything else. Otherwise, I'll try to chill here. There's a documentary about birds on our free cable TV. I have to resist the urge to pounce at the screen. Gib, come on. Birds aren't real. Birds aren't real. Okay, good research, just like Mom and Dad used to do. Okay, what's next for the list? Hack the security cameras. Loretta Larceny's Guide to Bank Robbery. Item 5. Hack into the security camera network. Always a good step in any criminal endeavor. Dad was great at wrangling control of security systems. Mom and I could waltz into a lockdown facility without hitting a single alarm. As for here and now... Panda Bear to Fancy Feast, I need some hacker cat shenanigans. Okay, what do you need? Security cameras. Take them over, make them show what we want them to show, and erase any trace I was ever here. Sure thing. I'll need a week. A week? I need to research the security system, find or develop a zero-day exploit, locate an infiltration point to upload it, verify there's no cloud backup systems, disable those if I find any, and wipe footage from any nearby traffic cameras as well. Hasn't Gibson done this before in way less than a week? And even if he does actually need a week, wouldn't we have done a number of these types? I mean, I know that Penny hasn't robbed any banks, but I would think by now you would have known that something like this would take Gibson a week, I would think. I thought you could just, tap, 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 and we're in, and magical computer hacking complete. Penny, this is a bank. They are hardened with layers of security specifically designed to stop robberies. But how about the other capers? I guess, are the other capers not as secure as a bank? I find that hard to believe. I know that banks are designed to be secure, but I feel like some of other capers would have been just as secure. But I could be wrong. Some generic office building or other public facility, you can find holes in the armor easily, but this place is designed for armor. I guess I could buy that? I guess. Can I do it? Absolutely. Can I do it immediately? No, not unless you want it like not even half A, an eighth A at best. I'll take it. My dad could have done it faster. He was dealing with systems from like 15 years ago. Plenty of banks haven't upgraded to HD cameras or networked video storage. I fail to see what an HD camera would require you to go into it for a week, just because it's HD. I mean, this is speaking as a software engineer, and who majored in computer engineering, which means I know a little bit of hardware as well. But okay, that's fine. It's okay, Stefan. It's okay. These cameras are still black and white, but they're fully modernized otherwise. That makes them tougher to beat. Okay, I'm gonna go with it. Honestly, crime was easier during the heyday of the Larceny clan. I don't know if that's necessarily true, because even if the security technology has improved, so has the hacking technology. So has the anti-security technology. I would think that they would both still be relatively... The whole point is that they're trying to keep up with the other. Or trying to, outdo the other. Security is trying to be more secure. Anti-security is trying to be able to be more successful at hacking the security. Anyway, whatever. We're gonna move on. In hindsight, I probably should have done research on this sooner, to give him more lead time. What now? It'll cost your boss more, but you can keep the motel room for a week and do this properly. Do we really need the cameras shut down? Can't we just avoid them or focus on social engineering? Hang on, doesn't that mean they're recording you in the lobby now? Isn't that bad? Yeah, that's not great, but as long as we don't get caught and they can't tie the crime to me, it won't be a problem. Any sort of smash and grab or late night vault cracking is out the window. We need a subtle approach. That's fine. It's important for a thief to be able to adjust plans on the fly. Okay, we're gonna spin this in full grifting. Confidence scheme, undercover mode. Design the plan entirely around looking like an ordinary customer, not a cause for alarm. I can work with this. And, sorry to compare you to Dad. I don't mean to downplay your skills, Gib. You're an important part of this. It's okay. I didn't take it personally. I know you miss your parents. This whole adventure is a way to reconnect with your masked heritage. I get that. I'm not doing a great job. Bet Mom would have had a complete plan before even walking in the door. I'm not as quick as her. Hey, don't sell yourself short. You're sneaky, you're tricky, you're clever. You have a different approach to crime. You don't have to be her to make her proud. Yeah, you're right. As much as I want to carry on the family tradition, I don't have to do it the same way. Okay, we'll find another way to rob this place without needing a single camera hacked. That's the spirit. We can do the thing. Buzz me if you need me for anything else. We didn't get any intel on that. Didn't make much headway into planning with that little diversion, but at least now I know what not to do. Okay, what's next from the list? Learn the bank truck times, search the upstairs, watch the guards, check local newspapers. Let's watch the guards. Loretta Larceny's Guide to Bank Robbery, item number 3. Watch the guards. Observe and report on how they observe and report. The guards are your initial opposition. If you're going in armed and loud, which is a terrible idea, they're the ones you need to control. For sneak thieves like me, I need them to not be looking in my direction, and to ensure that, I have to check their patterns. So, while I'm waiting for my appointment, I can watch the security officers on duty and measure their timing and reactions. The first guard is clearly weeks from retirement, and he's been asleep for the last 7 minutes. Like Carl, like almost retiring, not going to be an issue. The second guard is walking back and forth in a patrol, but seems to be going through the motions, glassy-eyed and bored. Good. I don't think either of them would be willing to lay down their lives for the bank. They're functionally scarecrows. But the third guard, this one's going to be an issue. Wow, he does look like it. He's hovering his hand over his sidearm like he's just itching for a reason to pull it and blow some punks away. This is someone new on the job who wanted to be a cop, not some bank set decoration. His eyes around him, he eyes everyone around him with absolute suspicion. I doubt he could catch me in the act when I'm being maximum sneaky, but could cause problems if anything goes even slightly sideways. Is he taking a call? I grab a magazine off the table in the waiting area to inconspicuously read while overhearing. You got Kyle Gunner? Talk to me. What, you got Kyle Gunner? Talk to me. What's the situation? Mom, I told you not to call me at work. No, I did not grab the lunch you packed for me. I'm a grown man and I can get my own lunch. Yes, I'm eating properly. Back off, Mom. Why are you always like this? Okay, now I'm glad I'm hiding behind this magazine because I'm probably turning red from secondhand embarrassment. Wait, they did what? A fine? Where did they get off slapping you with a fine? Gosh darn condo association, if my mother wants to smoke on her balcony, she well can, as her God-given American right. Yes, I'll take care of it. They'll regret crossing the mom of Kyle Gunner. Yes, I love you too. Goodbye. Well, that was probably not very useful for my bank robbing purposes, and not information I particularly needed or wanted to know. But you never know what'll come in handy when push comes to shove. Okay, that he has got a mom. I'm sure it says until received, so that should help with something. Okay, what's next from the list? One more. Local newspapers. Search upstairs. I am curious. Learn bank truck times. I don't know if that's going to be as useful as possibly searching upstairs. Loretta Larceny's Guide to Bank Robbery, item number 4. Find alternate access routes, which is a fancy way of saying see if you can enter the vault through the ceilings, the floors, or the walls. The Hole in the Wall gang in Vegas did this play all the time. Not every vault is a perfectly secured cube or steel or concrete. And since this vault is conveniently on the first floor of a multi-floor commercial complex, there's a good chance for a second story work. Can't hurt to duck out of the bank just long enough to see what's directly above it. I walk past a law office and a pawn shop and a few empty stalls to find an inner courtyard and an elevator leading up. One quick trip later, and I'm in. A gutted out space of empty shops with few walls, doors, or windows, just oodles of temporary drywall. A passing worker pushing a cart full of tools notices my approach and stops me. Sorry, this floor is off limits. Apparently there was a very localized hurricane last week. And the storm only hit one floor of the building? Don't know what to say. Maybe Captain Infinity fixed the first floor. I'm a worker. I just go where the app says to go. It wouldn't be the first job site where I had to do cleanup after some mask wrecked the place with a weird science gun. Okay, quick glance to verify before I get booted out of here. The space above the vault isn't developed, but I could see a solid chunk of concrete where it should be. Slightly different color from the flooring. I won't be breaking in this way, not without a full crew and some seriously heavy tools. Guess my dentist moved locations without telling me then. Typical. Sorry for the bother, I'll get out of your hair. But before I escape, I slip a small battery-operated drill from his tool cart the moment he glances away. Won't bust through a concrete floor, but you never know when you need a very speedy, very loud lockpick. Nice. Okay, back to the bank lobby. Maybe this will be the route we take in the eventual caper, but for now, it's off limits. But I got a nifty tool out of it. Unfortunately, that's all the time I have for casing today. My appointment with the clerk is nigh. But that's fine, I have a few days down here. I can come back and do more casing tomorrow if I gotta. I'll scope out their safe deposit box vault, gather as much visual intel as I can from it, and then head back to the motel. A bank clerk emerges from the bank to join me. Oh my goodness. Hello! Apologies for the wait. How may Samson National Banking help you today? My goodness, the banker. Capitalism ho. Hey, who you call? You don't have to call her names. The heck is the matchmaker doing here? Matchmaker? Don't be ridiculous. It's a local branch of the 7th most popular banking system in the country. That's low profile. You're Amanda Hug and Kiss, yes? We spoke on the phone. Right. I'm here about your safe deposit box service. I want to rent out a box. Why? Why? Well, it's a bit surprising. We consider the boxes to be a legacy service. Almost no one requests to rent one anymore. You're aware they aren't insured and the bank is not responsible for lost or damaged contents, correct? This isn't a very effective sales tactic. Actually, I was about to suggest we contact MegaSafe Home Security, an affiliate business of ours. I can get you a discount. Protect your valuable papers and other items with a vault installed right in your own home. Except, I very specifically need to bust into a box, so I have to push for access to the boxes, despite standing out. Great. If they're typically used by old people, let's say an old person in your family wants the box, let's spin an extremely uncomfortable story about why our home isn't a safe place for it. I like the extremely uncomfortable story. Pretend to be a documentarian about banking history and economic practice of the 20th century. No, let's spin an extremely uncomfortable story about why our home isn't a safe place for it. Oof, I mean, yeah, it's a great play, but it's kind of brutal. I'll keep things vague to maintain a safe level of discomfort. No, that doesn't work for me. Part of the reason why I want the box is because I don't trust someone in my household not to steal from me. I'd really rather not go into specifics, if that's okay. My apologies. Yes, of course, I'd be happy to help you set up a safe deposit box if that's what you need. You're not the only person out there who needs a way to neatly tuck secrets away from their family. Huh, bit of personal information there from this otherwise generic employee. Tuck that away for possible use later. While we can't ensure the contents, I can promise no one else can access the box. Your key is required to open it, in addition to ours. You'll also have privacy. No one needs to know you have an account with us. Thanks, I appreciate the discretion. I have the master key with me, and the papers ready to sign. If you'd come this way, please. She leads me past the tellers and into a back hallway, and on the way to the secured vault. Okay, I can admit that's a very scary looking door. The vault is in a windowless back area. Your traditional hardened steel and concrete structure with an enormous circular door doesn't look like the top is made of concrete. Looks like a Hercules 6700 series, virtually uncrackable without specialized tools and an entire team watching your back. But here's the trick. That massive door is only closed during off hours. While the bank's in full swing, all that stands between you and the vault is a simple metal gate. So right away, I know I have two paths. Either I find a way to sneakily access it during daylight hours without being noticed, or I recruit some pricey specialist and physically bust into the place at 3 in the morning. For now, I'd rather focus on observing the process. That'll help me decide which route to take. As you see, there are no cameras within the vault, your privacy is paramount, and you're free to access your box during business hours. If you schedule ahead, you can save time. We'll arrange for someone to assist you with opening the lock. Let's get started. If you could sign here, please. I give the short stack of forms she offers me a look over before scribbling Amanda Hug and Kiss at the bottom. Excellent. You'll be in box 230. Pretty far from box 668, where Kiara Taylor keeps her papers. Drat, I was hoping it'd be nearby so I could do some sleight of hand. She offers me my new personal key, while producing a master key tucked away behind her employee badge. Okay, so I'll need to seal that. On the count of 3, we turn our keys in twin locks on the front of the box and the drawer swings open. She withdraws the long metal box, setting it on a table in the center of the vault. I'll wait outside. You can lock the drawer before you leave. Please take your time. Thanks. Promise I won't be long. Okay, let's assess. No way to sneak into the vault without being observed. It's behind the tellers and past the offices, with a few cameras on the route. No cameras in here, at least. Really? No cameras in here? Pick the locks on the box I actually want to open? Maybe take too long. Drill it? Too loud. The battery-powdered hand drill I stole would do the job quickly enough, but yeah, too loud without some sort of cover. Plant a remote explosive in the buy box. Or a smoke bomb, a distraction. Sneak in with the fire department. Or take some time to have Gibson hack their accounts, swap my box number for the target. Keys would still be an issue. I might be able to get the master key away from the banker. I'm building an emotional rapport with her. That helps me get close. Feels a bit cruel to take advantage of that since she's experienced with some trauma, but it is a tool in the toolbox. Worst option is a nighttime raid. A vault door takes specialized tools and experts to bust open. You don't finesse a lock like that. Well, no, the actual worst option is I charge in here with a gun and demand access. That's what I would want her to do. But that was never on the table. Boo! Hiss! So yeah, situation's rough, but I do have options. Given enough time, I can figure out how to do this clean and quiet. For now, I'll pop the blank envelope I brought with me into my freshly rented box, seal that up again, and depart. So we've got a lot of options for how we handle this one. I passed by several cameras on my way back to the tellers and desks, making note of their location, before returning to join the banker and wrap this casing up properly. All done. Thanks for your help, ma'am. A pleasure to assist you, Miss Hug and Kiss. Is there anything else I can do for you? I think I'm set. One jaunt back across town and I'll start planning the job. Run it by my boss, acquire the resources I'll need. My first real bank job. I'm gonna do this right. No kicking down the door and grabbing the loot like an amateur. Boo! And as I turn to go, an amateur kicks open the door to the bank and runs in waving a shotgun. This is robbery! Nobody move. Hands where I can see them. Don't you forking move. The heist? Okay. Oh, gosh darn it. My Crimer app's rating system just sensed crime was afoot and started up. The thief waves their shotgun at the banker threateningly, with only a tiny amount of anxious wobble to it. Money now. All of the money. Yes, of course, I'm complying. Please remain calm. I love how her expression is never broken. And the banker reaches under the counter to withdraw several prepared bundles. Neat little stacks of cash with perfect bands around them. I should stay silent, fly on the wall, scared civvy, desperate not to be noticed and not to draw the thief's attention. But dang it, instincts are hard to resist. A professional has standards. Die packs. Blech. What? They're embedded die packs. You'll be Dayglow orange before you get 20 feet from here. Yep, an epic tier mistake, pointing that out. Because now the gun-toting crooks got their sights locked on me. Ugh. Facepalm Penny. You work here? No, I just... And before I can react, the criminal has taken me as a hostage. A human shield as that angry guard from before storms the scene. Hey, easy, easy. Throw down your weapon and get to the ground. No, you throw down your weapon or the hostage gets it. How about nobody gets it, including me? Calm down. I'll be your hostage. Don't fork with anyone else. I'll just keep your gun on me. We'll go to the vault together. Don't you forking dare. I'll handle this. Stay put and don't endanger my life any more than it already is. Penny, what the heck? Don't stay in the middle of this mess. I really hope you have an angle here because I'm a bit lost. He's going to call the cops the instant you two reach the vault. Penny, what the heck? Don't stay in the middle of this mess. Be cool. We're good. I know what's really going on here. Okay, don't follow us. We're going to the vault. Nobody move. Hands in the air. Stay down. I decline to point out not moving and raising hands and staying down are completely contrary to each other. Fortunately, the guard doesn't follow. Probably because he knows the vault is a dead end. We've cornered ourselves. Wait, where's the money? There's no money in here, just boxes and boxes. Get me the money or I'll... Your gun's not even loaded. Yes, it is. With a sigh, I pull my mask out from my purse and pop it on. You're an amateur. I'm a professional. Unlike you, I've actually robbed banks before. For a while, I may look like a mild-mannered citizen. I'm actually a supervillain. Oh my gosh, Penny, are you monologuing? For reals? Surely you've heard of Penny Larceny, world-class thief? No. Well, if you had heard of me, you'd be super-duper impressed. Probably. I turned to the safe deposit boxes, pulling out the battery-operated hand drill I purloined earlier. I power it up a little, make sure it works. Yep, this'll do nicely. Here, I'll prove it. I'm gonna rob the bank. Watch how it's done. Shouldn't we be grabbing the money before the cops get here? Oh, they've already set up a perimeter. I scoped out the local area earlier. There's a police station nearby. What? Relax, you actually made your life easier by putting a bag over your head. That goofy A costume makes you a mask. My drill makes short work of the locks, shredding the mechanisms. Score 1 for being prepared to improvise. Soon enough. Nice. The box is mine. I yank a sealed envelope out of the tray, the only item in there, and stuff it in my purse. Cops prefer soft targets. They get even a whiff of mass superpowers, they cry to the capes to do their work for them. They'll wait for a hero to respond on Cape Book. That gives us some time to sort this mess out. Oh no. Professional mask, remember? I can handle a cape. Don't worry, kid. I am not a kid. Right. How old are you? Because this is very, very obviously your first time doing crime, given how badly it's going so far. I'm 37? Try again. 21? Nope. I'm 16 years old. You're 16 and you're robbing banks? I mean, okay, I was 10 when I joined my first family bank robbery, but even so. You're completely bungling this. You didn't case the joint properly, and you have zero plan aside from waving a gun around. Nothing adds up. What the heck is going on here? How did they even get a gun at that age? Who in their right mind would give a child a weapon? Well... Is this a distraction play? Someone sending a kid off on a doomed venture to keep a hero occupied? This can't be a targeted attack on you or your boss, can it? Someone's trying to interfere with the caper? This can't be a target attack on you or your boss, can it? Someone trying to interfere with the caper? It's a distinct possibility. If this is a buried secret the cult doesn't want Kiara to have, this bungled robbery could be the play. We know they have the power to enact their will indirectly on the world, through politics and leverage. This might be part of a larger scheme. I'm a world-famous mask. It takes a lot to stop me. It's got nothing to do with you. This is my idea. So, what, you just woke up one morning and decided to become a bank robber? No, it's just, you don't understand. I need to. Halt, evildoer! Oh, it's her again. And that's exactly when a heroine arrives at the entrance of the vault, posing dramatically. It's Farsight, again, Cape Book Crusader. We're getting a lot of Farsight in this run. Farsight has arrived on the scene to stop your nefarious schemes. Prepare yourself for battle, you wicked villain. I know every combat move you'll make before you make it. You cannot win. Farsight, hey there. It's so good to see you again. Penny Larceny? Oh, hey, I love your new outfit. Oh, thank you. I thought I'd go casual today. Stay comfy and stylish while I do crime. But isn't the one in the paper bag the supervillain of the day, and you're the hostage? That's what the police told me. Okay, so things are a little complicated right now. You mind if we talk this through before you start kicking heads in? I wasn't gonna kick any heads in. But yeah, I'll hear you out. What's going on? Actually, I was in the middle of figuring out the details when you barged in. Who's your mask friend? Are they helping you rob the place? This mask is just a kid, 16 years old, never crimed before, and in way over their head with an unloaded weapon. Yeah, it's my first time. Confused, Farsight glances briefly to the wall of the safe deposit boxes, then back to the would-be thief. What? You're starting out with a bank heist? Why would you throw your life away doing something so dangerous? Because my name is Danielle. Why does that matter? See, that's the reaction I was hoping my parents would have when they found out. Oh, fork. Instead, they enrolled me in a special camp that could fix me. They're dragging me there in 2 days. I need money so I can get out of this state as fast as possible. Oh no. I'm constantly bullied at school, but because of the new anti-woke law that state passed, nobody can acknowledge why. I can't get gender-affirming care because it's banned by the state. They took away all the gender studies books and... Okay, change of plans. We're helping you commit some crimes. What? Really? Really? You'll help me rob the bank? No, I'm going to help you safely escape the cops and your family, while Farsight and I stage a fake bank robbery as cover. What? Everyone's expecting a big cape and mask affair, so we'll take advantage of that, because a massive distraction so Danielle can slip away. Then I use my connections to smuggle her out of the shirthole state, giving her the resources to start a new life. Okay, so that's aiding and abetting, kidnapping, human trafficking, contributing to the delinquency of a minor. Not to mention making me an accomplice of all those crimes, if I play along and keep the secret. Farsight, come on, I know you better than that. You've skirted the law before. Can't you do it again? Gosh darn it, Penny, I'm still a cape. There's expectations on me. I just can't ignore all of this. I'll admit, this is asking a lot of Farsight. How do we sway her to our side on this? As the evil voice in her head, I really don't care less. I couldn't care less about either of these two as the evil voice. But this comes down to justice or the law. Which does she value more? Lay it on heavy. Guilt her for persecuting an innocent trans kid. Rely on the connection you've already have. She trusts you to do the right thing.